All right, hello, Karma Collector here. Please like, subscribe, and share. Before we begin, I just want you to know I love you guys, man. I mean, I love you, each and every one of you. And I care about what happens to you. All right, I really do. I just want to say that. All right, I just want to talk about a few things here. I got to watch the clock here. I just got to be at standard 15 minutes, or they want, they want to know everything about me at YouTube. No, that's not happening. So I got to keep it under 15 minutes. I have to talk about it. I don't even like to talk about this, but you have to understand the importance of this. This is what Gypsy had to offer, that house. Okay, we've gone over it. Her and her mother already had their hand in with the children, right? Again, they weren't hurting them. They were just doing a babysitting type thing. But I think Gypsy was about to take it a notch further. If the plan would have went well, she would have immediately been given that house, guys. You have to understand that. She was an adult. The Luciferian Brotherhood and everything would have made sure anything that needed to be paid or whatever to handle, to probate, to transfer, anything, they would have done that to have that house. With the windows already blacked out, the shed in the back with the bed and everything ready to go. The rest of the house, I don't need to rehash that. But you have to understand the importance of children in this. Okay? Whether you want to believe it or not, it doesn't matter. But this is the truth, guys. The world is run by blackmail, bribery, lots of money, and they use children to make it all happen. Okay? Whether you want to believe that or not, an endless supply of children. That's what makes it happen. And the younger, the better. Okay? The more innocent, the better. You want to make Lucifer happy and upset God, our Father, the Creator, the worst? Take away something's innocence. Kill something's innocence. Okay? That's the whole setup here. Now, so I have to just go over this so you understand. This is what makes the world go round. And this is what Gypsy had to offer. Because they were already in it. Okay? She's doing her sacrifice. That's her initiation, and to prove that she's in. Plus, now they have a video of her sacrificing her mother. Get it? Now they got her. Now she's in. Now they got to do what she says. They don't understand. These people don't understand the deception of it. Once you're in, they got you by the balls. Yeah, you're going to get money. You're going to get things. But they got you by the balls, and half of them are scared to death running around. God, when's the next time they're going to call me or make me do something or go to a ritual and hurt children? A lot of them like and get off of it. They don't. After you do a couple of them, you get a taste for it, some of them. A bloodlust for it. They do, some of them. Some of them are scared of that, despise it, they hate. They're going to do a lot. That's why a lot of them go to drugs and alcohol. They kill themselves, all that. They can't handle what they got to do. But the children make it go around. Defilement rituals. Okay? And guys, it's all intertwined and it all goes circular if you think about it. And it makes perfect sense, guys. Okay? Number one, Lucifer is here to do everything to slight God. Everything God he does, listen, Lucifer's not creative. Everything he does is a perversion of God or the opposite of what God wants. Right? God is orderly, cleanliness, love, pure, all this shit. He's the opposite. Chaos, confusion. God is truth, absolute truth. He's lies, deception, hate, just all that shit, wrath, all that shit, right? It's the opposite. He's doing the opposite because God has to watch it until his son Jesus returns and takes over. Okay? Because everyone has free will. This is the problem. And Lucifer learned how to manipulate that through money and bribery and threats and lots of money. Okay? And the children are the centerpiece. Because again, you kill something innocent, that's the worst thing you can do according to God. So it's the best thing you can do according to Lucifer. Get it? So, it's for a few things. Lucifer figures, if I can get you to do that to a small child on command, just for the promise of money and to be famous and everyone know you, or whatever business you're in, so you can go way high up to the top, or continue in whatever industry you're in, or whatever. It depends on when they approach you or what the situation is. Or if they need you for something, or they just want you on board. Whatever it is, man. Okay? Or you approach them first. It just all depends on what it is, guys. But here's the reason. It's how far will you go? Will you do this? Will you do the worst thing there is to on an altar in front of everybody, rape and torture and do whatever they say to do to this child? Will you go that far? How bad do you want this? And that's part of it. Then they always film it. Now they have it on film. Not only can they sell copies of that, because everyone's covered up, even the host who's telling the person what to do to the child, everyone's covered up in masks and robe, except the person doing it. And they're up and down with the cameras, real exaggerative, up in the face, bouncing up and down. So you know what time it is, especially your first time, especially. And you come to the realization while you're doing, okay, now they got me forever. And that's the point of it too. Just for them to hold that over your head. Oh, we got you forever. Then they can sell them. Each copy, they're digital now, guys. It's all digital. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to these fucking weirdos that want to watch kids be tortured for real in a ceremonial fashion. And sometimes and then that's a snuff film, and that's even way more money. Okay? And they can sell copies of them. So it's for that. Okay? Then, like I said, they keep it on file. They've got it over your head. So you got it, they got you. You're proving to them how far you'll go. You know, are you evil enough? Are you bad enough to be one of us even? Should you be running the world? Should you be one of us elites? Should you? Do you deserve all this shit? Or what? So it's proving that they have it for over your head. And they have it to sell. And it's because God has to watch it. It's a slight against God. It's a perversion. Okay. Do you understand how that is now? That's why they have that. And that's why it's what they need, an endless supply of children. All those immigrant children that comes missing over the thing that, oh, we just can't find. We separated the mothers from the children. At Obama's presidency, Trump's first presidency, yeah, you remember. Okay? Oh, well, we just can't reunite them. We just don't know where they went. You're telling me when they're moving people around, guys, like the way they run the prison system, or they run the military and stuff, they have everything in the computer perfectly. They know where everything is at every second of the moment of the day, at every second. Everything's inventoried. Everything's on a computer now, guys. You're telling me that real human beings that are children, they wouldn't have a system? Of course they would, guys. Of course they wouldn't. All they tell us is, well, they're just lost. Well, they just lost them in the system. So they're just lost. They gave them to wealthy elites for satanic ritual abuse, and they sold them to them. This is what they did. Okay? You guys have to also understand, I'm not talking about the ones that just recent. Children grow up that survive this and get out of it. Not all of them end up dead. A lot of them are sold into sex slaves. Some of them are sold over to the Middle East. All those fucking freaks. All the wealthy ones, I'm talking. All those wealthy freaks over there, all those kings and all them princes, they're despicable and disgusting. Like to torture people and eat people and all types of shit. Okay? You get sent over there to be one of those freak sex slaves. Or here, or sent to brothels in Europe to work, all drugged up. Or you grow up and you just get out of it. And some of them tell you about these things. See? So it's all over the world, guys, because it's what makes the world go around. And there's plenty of kids that are just used sexually like that then grow up out of it, and then that's it, you know. But there's so many different levels and so many different ways of it. It's just, there's so many different avenues. But that's what makes the world go around, period, guys. Money, lots of money, bribery, blackmail, and they use the children to do it, to blackmail you with. Okay? But they get you to, they make you, if you want it in the club and you want all the things, you have to do that to children. We're going to film it. Then we're going to sell that and make a bunch of money off of it. And then we're going to use that to blackmail you later. And that's how the world goes around. Okay? I just want to make this clear to you how this works. And this is what's going on everywhere. Listen, okay, say an actress or a musician or someone that sings or whatever has actual talent. And they go out there and they're actually getting some gigs on their own, or they get a good manager or whatever. They ain't anywhere with, no one's approached them. They're not trying to do that. They're, some girl from Iowa, going out there wanting to make it, got a little talent. They'll let them do their little thing and get a taste of it. Like you've heard of the one-hit wonders. Let you get a taste of it. See, and this is the best part. This is why They're so smart about it. And Lucifer's so smart, so deceptive, and he knows the Bible better than anybody. Then once you got a taste of it, you want more of that fame. You want, oh, you're just getting the money. Then they come to you and let you know, well, and depending on who you are, they may just say, okay, whatever. But usually they're going to blackball you. That's why the one-hit wonders got a taste. Please have respect for the one-hit wonders. Figure out who they are. I'm talking about the ones that had really big hits one time and then they were gone. Of course they would have had more hits in another album or something. Of course they would have. Okay, maybe the next one might have been kind of shitty, maybe, and then they would have faded away. But of course they would have. They were approached and said, you want more of this? You want to continue? And they said, no, fuck you. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'd rather my soul be clean than that. Okay? So, shout out to those people. Just think who they are. Because that's what happened. They give you a taste of it a lot of times. And then once you got that taste, just like I told you with the children, the pipeline, they get them into it. They're famous. They're supporting their whole family. Everyone loves them. They got all the money in the world. They can do whatever they want. Even when they're young, they're treated like little adults at home and everything because they're paying for everything. They're supporting everything. Everyone's counting on them. And then they get to an age and they say, oh, you either make a deal or you're done. What's going to happen, you guys? And their parents are telling me, yeah, go for it. Fuck it. You only live once. Go for it. Okay. You're going to find out. All right. So it's like that. Or they get a taste of it and then they approach them. Or in the big businesses, big tech and all that. Once you get way, way high up on the board, no, I'm sorry, guys, that's how it works. Well, no, you're not going any higher then. You know, and once you approach them now, if you can't trust them, then you got to threaten them or get rid of them, or they can just, they can just shut their mouth and stay at where they're at, what level, and just carry on with your life. But you're not going any higher. This is how the whole world works. The government, all these Congress people that you see, all the American Congress are actors and actresses. You guys, there's 535 members, 100 senators, and 435 members of the House of Representatives. And what do we see? We see a fucking two handfuls of the same jokers. The same ones. There's no more than 30 or 40 we ever see out of 535 guys. More than 400 of them we have never seen or fucking heard of, unless they're from our district or our state or whatever. Take note of that. And that keep get reelected. And they're the ones out there at the press conferences. And they're the ones that are showing their ass, arguing with one another. That's all scripted and that's all fake, by the way. That's all fake. When you see Marjorie Taylor Greene and Crockett going back and forth and talking about snatching wigs and calling each other, that's all fake and scripted. They think it's funny. I know you want to think they're Christians. They come from they come from the Bible Belt. No, they say they're Christian. They say they say Jesus. They do. They say God. They say Jesus. They say bless you all. They do that. They're also getting paid well, and they like the power of being the congressperson or the senator. You guys, they let them do a couple of terms, and then they tell them, look, and if they don't want you to get reelected, don't think, oh, the people's vote. Who calls our elections? Think about it. The news media. And the news media is owned by like 6 different fucking people, all of them. And you see that they have competing competing, one side's very liberal, the other ones are very, very conservative, but they have the same owners. How's that? Well, how could that possibly be? Because it's all bullshit. It's all to get the government what they want us to believe, what they want us to think. The media calls our elections, guys. If they don't want you to be a congressperson any longer, you won't be. They'll just use all the money and get you an opponent and primary you. This is how the world works, guys. And I just need to reiterate this. Unless you guys know the importance of these children. Small children make the world go round. And Gypsy Rose Blanchard had her hand in it. I'll see you in the next video.